Yeah.
I mean, they can say that their parents, are not exactly potheads, but they do it all the time.
90%?
Yeah, at least. 9
well,
times out of 10.
Yeah, I agree that there is an awful lot of use of marijuana amongst the parents, and it's taken very casually.
And grab me a pinch.
All right, so Wes, what do you want? What's your question for us tonight?
What should I do? Should I approach him about it, or what should I do?
I would. Well, you have a brother, you said?
Yeah, 2-year-old.
2-year-old brother, and you have no momentum with substances yourself.
Do what?
You don't use substances yourself, alcohol, drugs, anything. Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, I think the parents need to be put on alert on about what their behavior is doing to their kids. And certainly to go to them and say, this is an addictive substance. I don't like my parents intoxicated all the time. It's disturbing to me. It's abandoning my needs. It's abandoning your responsibilities, and it's painful. And if they can't hear that or make change on that, then it's even more evidence that they're addicted, and point that out to them.
Well, what about going to some Al-Anon?
Well, that's all. Well, let me finish. That's what I was going to go next. All he can really do is go to Al-Anon. You can't change your parents' disease. I think putting them on notice about what they're doing to you is appropriate, so at least you create some consequence that might motivate them towards doing something about their disease. But for you, it's important to take care of yourself. And interestingly, the most common thing I've seen is when important people in an addict's life, important persons, get involved in Al-Anon, it's amazing how it motivates them to then go do something about their disease. They actually get frightened that you're going to leave them, because you will.
Chrissy.
You won't put up with the crap anymore.
Chrissy.
Yes.
You're 25.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I feel real stupid asking you guys this because, all these people are calling in with these, really serious questions. And, mine's serious, but it's really kind of silly.
Yeah, and this is a pretty serious situation in this room right now, Frank.
Drew, as a doctor, what would you say that fart was comprised of?
Methane. I think the room might have exploded if you had your lighter.
I've been eating a lot of the summer fruits, and that really gets me going. The fruit, it ferments.
And swallowing a little air there. I've had too much leisure time.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've been on a tear for 3 days. It's been great. It's great to see my ass again. Hi, Chrissy.
I'm sorry. I get the hiccups all the time. I get them all, day, night, at least once a day, if not several times a day.
How long do they last when you get them?
They could last just all of it, maybe a few seconds, and they could last a few minutes.
Anything you do to trigger it?
Nope.
You drink a lot of cold carbonated beverages, that sort of thing?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't usually drink carbonated beverages because they don't sit well.
You mean that it makes that all worse?
Yeah.
Hiccups.
Yeah.
What is the hiccup, Drew? What's the phenomenon known as the hiccup?
Is a recurrent spasm of the diaphragmatic muscle, the diaphragm.
Why?
Irritation, or I think it's sort of like any other spasm. Sometimes when you stretch, a muscle will go into spasm. It's the same kind of thing. But anything that irritates the stomach or esophagus can sometimes trigger hiccups too.
What's the best way to cure it? Scaring the patient?
I think it's if people know how to relax their diaphragm, like taking a deep breath and sort of holding it without...
But every time you take that big breath, you hiccup.
But the point is, if you could do that and try to maintain relaxation, which is hard.
Right.
Other than that, just waiting it out.
Right, so there's no,
There are medications, but I wouldn't advise it for... No.
Okay.
Not this kind of thing.
Okay.
What do the medications do?
Thorazine. Thorazine works for hiccups.
What's it do? Just
it's a major sedative.
Knock you out?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
Could
I
you
need
give me
that.
some of that?
No.
All right, Chrissy.
Well, thank you.
You'll be fine. You're normal.
I'm gonna bring...
All right.
Cut her off.
I don't know what she was talking about.
She was nice.
She's nice.
She tolerated your crap.
Speaking of crap,
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you, there's more on the way.
What? Have mercy.
I want you to apologize to me.
I'm so sorry. Whatever it is, I am sorry.
I want you to say I'm the king.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You must light.
Jennifer?
Hi.
You're 19. I'll go get my lighter.
I like you when you're burned out and tired and pissed off better.
I'm young, I'm dumb, and I'm full of gas.
Jennifer, what's going on?
My question is, I have a problem when I use condoms. They kind of burn in things. And I went to my gynecologist, and she said I could be allergic to the lubrication or
the latex.
itself,
Yeah.
but they weren't sure which one it was.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if there was an alternative to that.
What about polyurethane?
I haven't tried those.
Polyurethane or animal skin if you're with the same person. Animal skin will work as a contraceptive just as well, but it won't give you a good barrier to the viral sexually transmitted diseases.
So I was kind of scared to use the animal skin one because I've heard that, it doesn't protect well.
It protects against pregnancy. It doesn't protect against STDs as well.
Yeah, I was wanting something that could protect against STDs and things like that.
Polyurethane, I have not seen, maybe the data's out now. I certainly haven't seen it. They believe it's going to be as effective as latex.
Are those hard to find?
I don't think so. I was just looking at a Conor I was in a pharmacy over the weekend, and there they were with everything else. Why? Here's what I couldn't understand. I stood in front of this rag, and I thought, why are there so many different brands and types? And I couldn't even figure out what made one different from the other.
Right.
It's ultra tight, ultra thin, ultra sensitive, well, what the hell? Interpret that for me.
Yeah, they're all ultra something.
Yeah.
And by the way, saying a condom is ultra thin, how much thinner does a condom material?
Yeah.
How many microns thick is an actual condom anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like this brand is like a truck inner tube, and this thing is like, a caterpillar shedding its cocoon or skin or something. I mean, they're all ultra thin as far as I can tell. And I don't know why. And I don't know, I guess if everyone's making money, they can do it.
I guess so.
All right, but what is the deal? Is sperm bigger than a virus?
Oh, yeah.
Quite a bit?
Oh, yeah.
Like a ton bigger?
A ton.
Really?
Yeah.
So it can penetrate. So the animal skin is porous.
Right, to the viruses.
And they can just go right through.
Yeah.
Like a screen door.
Right.
Screen door could keep out a fly, but it couldn't keep out a flea.
Right.
You hear that? That's a good analogy, everybody. And the sperm would be which one, Drew?
The fly.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right. Hey, listen,
Yes, master.
I like the new submissive Drew. My ass does the talking. Drew's all ears. All right, I'm gonna get some matches out of the car.
God bless you.
Okay, we'll take a little break. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at this Pamela Anderson on the cover of last week's TV Guide. She's a very important person in today's society, Drew. All right, we got to hold on a second. We got to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more Loveline in just 10 seconds.
Loveline. This is Hello, Loveline. This is Loveline. Hello, Loveline. This is Loveline on WBCN Boston.
Hey, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tomorrow, the cast of American Pie will be in here, or at least the important part of the cast. And I'm going to go check out the screening or premiere or whatever it is of the movie, and then I'm coming here. Drew?
Yep.
You all right?
Yep.
You got the same publicist Pam Anderson does, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't she... She'll put a little time in on you, too. You know what I'm saying?
I think I probably don't pay her as much as...
Oh, really?
I suspect.
Is that it?
I suspect.
How do you figure out what to pay a publicist? What do you base it on?
I don't know.
You base it on...
I know that drdrew.com is paying very substantial fees every month
to
a different publicist.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish...
Yeah.
Yeah. They're great people, those publicists, aren't they?
Well, it's something, sort of a cost of doing business, you know? Some of them are really interesting people, but most of them are very well educated and interesting.
Yeah, a lot of the Nazis were good folks too. I mean, well-educated German guys, doctors, many of them, scholars, a lot of interesting guys.
Hey, let's put that
Nazi
web
party.
thing up again. I appreciate people's feedback on the web. We have something like 3,000 questions that we're going through right now. That was the last week, and we're going through them all. And I answered a bunch of them over the weekend.
We means someone else goes through 2,994 of them, and Drew goes through 6. Allison?
Yeah.
You're 21?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, this is kind of really embarrassing, but I've been going with a guy for a month, and just recently we decided to make it a sexual thing. We attempted to have sex, but his penis is very small, and it doesn't do anything
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to say, and it kind of grosses me out.
Ooh.
And I really like him, but...
Okay, how old is he?
He's 27.
Ooh, he's had to live with that penis for a while.
No, and I don't want to mention it to him.
Can he get a good erection?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's not helping.
And, sure, I mean, how hard would it be to blow up a balloon the size of your pinky? You know what I'm saying?
There you go, yeah.
And so he gets a good erection. Now, who pressed the sex? Was he pressing the sex?
It was like a mutual decision.
But it going on, you dated for quite some time?
Yeah, we've been friends for a while, and then it changed.
Right.
And,
then you start going out, but you went out for a while before you had sex.
oh, yeah.
Listen, I got this theory I'm starting to formulate. Ladies, when you meet a guy and you go out for 3 or 4 dates and you're hitting it off and, you know, there's kissing and affection and stroking and you keep going out and the pants don't come down and there's no real attempt to make that move.
The guy.
You know, come on over to the apartment. I'm going to open a bottle of white Zinfandel and rent a movie. You know that move, that, hey, it's sex and time move. You don't see that move in the first 3, 4, 5 dates? Small penis.
Or really no interest. Just
or no
looking
interest,
for some
but
companionship.
But you look for a guy where, you know, the idea to have sex was sort of mutual. Small penis. That's what that is. Because look at it that way. Guys with small penis are not that excited about pulling that thing out in public.
Let's put it this way. Even they are.
Yeah, okay. But a guy with a big penis, he'll take it out in the first date. He'll pick you up. He'll ring the doorbell with his penis. Put it right through the mail slot. Put some lipstick on it. A little Cedar Wences thing.
Not hurt his ego.
Well, how big is he?
Like, height-wise? Oh, well, like, comparing it, it's about, like, the size of, like, maybe my middle finger.
Yeah, women are, yeah. I don't know, could it, yeah.
What?
I'm just looking. I know.
Don't tell me too much.
People are horrible estimators. That's why I never like to ask that question. I know from being a carpenter for many years that people don't know what they're talking about. But the middle finger. Oh, your middle finger.
Mine.
Yeah, my middle finger's bigger than yours. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm looking at my middle finger. This is a woman.
Yeah.
Well, like, when he wasn't looking, I kind of, you know, went to get an estimate of size, and it's about my middle finger.
That's diabolical.
I love him, but there's just nothing going on. And
So figure something else out.
All right.
What if he get
does he compensate?
Spinal cord injury or something?
No.
Landmine.
Yeah. What if he stepped on a bouncing Betty in Vietnam? Would you still love him?
yeah, and
Okay.
I still love him now.
All right. So all right. Hold on a second. What does he compensate for it?
Yeah.
How does he compensate for it?
Oh, he makes up for it in other ways.
What's he do? Oral sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spends a while down there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
all guys with the small penis, they got to make up for it.
Something's up with Allison.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just talking to a girl today at the office about the small penis, and she was like, listen, I can't hang with that. I mean, unusually small.
That's the thing. It is unusually small.
Okay.
Now, hold on a second. Let me talk to Drew for a second.
All right, for a young woman.
I think we like to, Drew, you like to pretend like women have no sexuality at all.
No, that's not the point.
Okay, not no sexuality, but they're the world's most mature when it comes to sex. There's no woman who can't appreciate some rock-hard abs and a tight ass and all that BS that guys fall into, that women don't fall into that.
No, they can.
But they do.
Can. Of course they could.
Yeah.
But they're not so overwhelmed by it all the time the way guys are.
No, but, you know, Ricky Martin is a big hit right now, and that song sucks pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's good-looking and shakes his Latin ass around.
No, that's right, and there probably are threshold issues for women just the way they are for some guys.
Yeah, like I'm sure she could deal with somewhere in the normal range, but this is below that.
And it's a young woman sort of trying to plan her whole life, and this isn't something she wants to have to deal with.
Right. All right.
But still, it concerns me.
Allison? You may not get past this. Don't you ever tell him this was the reason. He'll kill himself.
Oh,
I mean, if you break up with him, tell him you're going lesbian.
Oh.
I still imagine there'd be plenty of women that would not have a big deal with this.
No, they're out there, and especially with this guy's oral compensation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh boy, have you been with a few other guys?
Yeah.
You've seen some other penises?
Yeah.
Hey, just because I'm cruel, was the last guy unusually big?
No, just, average.
Have you been with a guy who's unusually big?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always bad. Yeah, like freakishly big?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I can't win.
Why is that comical?
It's just funny that she goes from, like, freakishly big. That's what the guy hopes you don't have. That huge contrast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How big was the guy? Was big? Was he freakishly big?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I don't think it was all real.
Really? I mean, that big a penis?
It was out there.
Really?
Some money went into that one.
I mean, you could
What?
barely...
Something is up here.
You don't trust us, Allison?
No.
I mean, like you could barely accommodate it?
I mean, for instance, if she really knew what was available through cosmetic surgery, why isn't she arranging that for her present boyfriend?
Well, I think she's just
I don't
kidding.
want to mention it to him.
She's just kidding around. Are you just kidding around?
No,
Well, I mean about the guy who was really big.
I'm not.
He had work done?
I put money down that he did. I mean, he never actually told me.
We're not aware that work does anything.
Well, what makes you think he had work done?
It was too much.
Well,
No.
not the plastics does not do that. Okay, Allison.
What do you
He
think?
was just blessed by God.
You think he had surgery?
I guess.
That's what she's claiming.
Yeah, all right. Listen, boy, you don't... Yeah, okay. All right, I don't know what the hell happened there. Someone just dropped right when I hit the line. But okay, Allison's not too sharp. Listen, all you screwballs out there. First off, through surgery, your penis could only be made marginally bigger, and even if that barely works, and that's temporary. Now, if a guy has a huge penis, it didn't go from small to huge. It went from huge to slightly huger. But who has a penis operation when your penis is already huge?
That's right.
So he didn't have that operation. This guy had a huge penis, just like God blessed him. God cursed this guy. Oh, man. All right. I don't know. I don't trust that Allison completely.
I'm telling you, no.
Okay. Carrie?
Hi.
You're 18.
Yes.
What's going on?
I was just wondering, me and my boyfriend have sex about every day.
Yeah.
He has a large penis, but I've been told that that'll make me not as tight as I am.
Yeah.
Well, how?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like anything, like a belt or a pair of sandals, something you wear too much,
What's
wear
going to
it
happen?
out.
What's going to happen when you have a baby?
Well, doesn't that go back?
Yes.
So it isn't going to make me loose there?
No.
Have sex all the time?
No. Make you just that thing is designed just for that. In fact, it's designed for a baby's head.
Well,
then to spring back.
Let me ask you this. Does your mouth get bigger because you eat a lot?
No.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Sex away.
Thanks.
All right. Put a condom on, goofball.
Okay.
Morning after pill, don't forget.
Is he wearing a condom?
No.
No.
Oh.
Listen, here's the problem. Here is the catch-22 of life. Mostly stupid people have kids that they don't want. I mean, when they're too young. Do you understand what a horrible catch-22 that is?
Why is that set up that way, I wonder?
Because they're too stupid to use the protection.
No, I mean in the big picture.
I don't know.
I
don't know what the Darwin or the maker or Allah or whoever had in mind with this. Only really stupid people can have lots of kids when they're too young. It seems like a bad plan to me. But these are the ones that are knocking them out. So Carrie's worried about getting stretched out like a pair of slippers.
But not concerning herself with contraception.
Oh, the other good thing about being a little bit slow is thinking a lot about hypotheticals that don't exist and not focusing on the day-to-day realities.
Don't exist, and even if they did exist, don't matter.
Okay, but put it this way: one of the cornerstones of being dumb, not that Carrie is. I'm just saying. I'm speaking in general terms now. It's like riding a motorcycle, not wearing a helmet, but worrying a lot about the meteor that might hit the planet.
Right.
That's that kind of stupid. It's sort of grandiosity meets stupidity.
Yes,
Okay. So Carrie, have him put a condom on, please. And pulling out is not going to do anything. Shonda.
Shanda.
Okay.
Hi.
I had a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
What can happen to a woman's body if she doesn't have a period? What can happen physically?
Well, fundamentally nothing, but it depends what's causing what's called amenorrhea or oligomenorrhea.
Okay.
So what's going on with you?
I haven't had a period since 95.
4 years.
Yeah, every time I go to the doctor, they find something wrong with me. The first time I went, they diagnosed me with severe dysplasia, and I had a cone biopsy done.
That's a
and
cervical.
then I became pregnant,
All right.
and I had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And my periods were normal for a couple months after that, and then the next month I didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my gynecologist, and he gave me some pills to take, and I had a normal period for 2 months, then it stopped altogether, and I never went back.
Well, did they tell you why you weren't having your period?
No.
Why it was so irregular?
No.
You ever had your thyroid checked?
Yeah, actually, I just had it checked recently when I had my gallbladder taken out.
Do you do drugs or on medication?
No, I smoke pot every once in a while, but not enough to do any damage.
Are you on medication?
No, I'm not.
Have you been on medication during this time?
No.
You thin?
Am I thin? No.
No eating disorder?
Didn't sound thin.
No.
Are you excessively overweight?
Well, I wouldn't say excessively.
Well, being overweight can cause all kinds of abnormalities in your menstrual period.
Well, let me explain what goes on. The thighs get big, they press the vagina shut, and nothing can escape.
Strangely, that's not it. But
are you serious?
It's basically a lack of cycling.
Happen, right?
The adipose tissue creates a lot of estrogen, and it suppresses the normal cyclic functioning, and usually actually causes excessive uterine bleeding. So you get a lot of excess bleeding, but it can also cause amenorrhea. So.
Wonder if I wanted to have a baby down the line, would it?
No, fine.
So she's all right?
Yeah. You also should be checked for something called polycystic ovarian disease, which is also associated with people being overweight, where there can be...
She keeps getting the pap smears, right?
It sounds like she's being checked, yeah. So just needs to keep going back and keep being treated. And if she wants to get pregnant, that's fine.
Yeah.
It does nothing about it that necessarily going to harm her.
Do you think she should should lose some weight?
That's the more substantial issue with her overall health, for sure, than worrying about... Women have a weird thing about menstruation, the way some people have a weird thing about bowel movements. Like if it stays in too long, it's going to do something to them.
Right.
No, it doesn't work like that.
I know, but True, I know you always tell me this, but you know how I'm always right, even when we talk about stuff you know about? I always hear that having a couple good bowel movements a day is healthier than having...
Couple?
Better to have... Oh, yeah. Listen, you know what I'm like? Like when you go to the hardware store and they got that 5-gallon bucket that the rope is in. You just keep pulling it out, It's got the hole in the top. That's like me.
That's good.
Every day.
That's
It's right out of me.
I'm proud of you. Once a day is fine.
I mean, I'm good for... I swear to God, I hit the pot... I'll hit the pot 3-4 times a day. No problem. No sweat at all. I let one go at work. I mean, I got a few works, I got to let one go over the man show, over here.
Do you ever get your... Well, I'm surprised you don't save it all for your special seat. Have you got
my ass seat? No.
Yeah.
No. I sort of dropped the ball on that. I've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been working a lot, Drew. I got to prioritize. I want to get one of those bidet seats that squirt in the anus. I got to get one of those. Then I'm scared if I got one of those, I wouldn't want to cramp anywhere else, though. And I'm not one of these guys, by the way, just in case you're thinking of having me over for dinner or something, that has that fickle anus. Like, like some people can only go number 2 at home.
Oh, right.
Because they're weirded out.
Right.
I'll go number 2. I'll go to porta potty. I'll go to Shell Station. I'll go at someone's house. I'll go at the Queen's house. I'll go anywhere.
That's nice.
And another thing, too?
Quite a talent.
My ass, I start the cramping process long before my ass hits the toilet seat. Long before.
Surprisingly,
I'm not one of these jokers that just plops down there and sits around for a half hour looking for something to read. I'm in and out of there. I mean, I got the
surgical strikes.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
My bowel is moving before the pants drop, and when the ass hits the thing, it's all over. And then a quick courtesy flush. I always flush. I do the courtesy flush
before it
as it's going in. Yeah, and then I'm right back out of there and on the road again. I move. I'm very efficient, even with the movements. And I never constipated. Never.
It's sort of all one poetic movement, I guess.
One poetic movement.
Sort of
yeah.
fluid. Yeah.
It's like ballet. It's like ass ballet. It's beautiful. Hey, you should watch sometime, Drew.
No, thanks.
Really learn from the master.
I appreciate the offer, but you'll excuse me if I don't.
All right. Sabrina,
Yeah,
you're 14.
yeah.
What's going on?
Well, when I was around 9, this guy that was gonna be my cousin. Well, he molested me, and
He was going to be your cousin?
Yeah, because he wasn't actually my cousin at the time. Because my uncle married his mom he was from a previous marriage.
So step cousin.
Hey, Drew, you getting hot in here, by the way, now? Or is it just all the ass talk?
I can turn that off. I turned the air off at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, turn it on. All right, so he touched you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he do?
How old was he?
He was around 14.
And what did he do to you?
He'd touch me in places that I know he shouldn't have.
You were how old? 9?
Yeah.
Did he actually have sex with you or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
But he wanted to one time.
And you had your wits about you sufficiently to not let that happen, right?
Right.
Okay. What's your question?
Well, I'm getting ready to tell my parents, but I don't know how.
Why are you getting ready to tell your parents now?
Well, because I was talking to one of my friends, and they said that could be a thing for my anger.
Are you angry?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get really mad sometimes.
Are your parents inclined to let you see somebody or talk to somebody? Are they going to respond to this kind of input?
I've already been in counseling and stuff, and I really don't like it.
Have you been talking to your counselor about this?
I don't have a counselor right now.
You're not supposed to like it, by the way. It's good that you don't like it.
And I live with my grandparents.
You live with your grandparents?
Why don't you tell your grandparents?
Well,
wait a minute. Where are your parents?
Well, I don't know where my dad is, and my mom's in Utah.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I think
the anger
has more to do with your dad and your mom than it does your cousin who kind of goosed you. I mean, it's not a good thing what your cousin did, but
it's also a great way to get their mom and dad's attention is to let them know what they put you at risk for.
What bad parenting they did. Yeah.
Well, I don't know where my dad is, but I want to tell my mom and my grandparents. But it's
I know, but why aren't you living with your mom?
Well, she was a drug addict, and we were taken away.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how many times did your cousin do this to you?
Every time he'd come over or I'd go over there or stuff.
Sabrina, this is more a symptom of the victimization that's already occurring from your parents. The mom being an addict, dad being unavailable, or wherever the hell he's gone. Telling mom, the drug addict, is she recovering now?
Yeah. She's been sober for a long time. She's clean.
It actually might work out that Sabrina could tell her mom, frankly, because people who are in recovery are used to coming to terms with the consequences of their addiction.
Right.
And this is certainly one of the consequences of her disease. So it might be okay to tell your mom. I don't know that you're going to get much gratification out of it yourself.
Well, I'm just asking how. What should I say?
Just tell them...
whatever you told us.
Yeah, just you need to get something off your chest. And remember so-and-so, I just needed to tell you. Now, all your parents are going to do is send you back into counseling, right?
Right, and I don't want to do that.
Why not?
It's just bugs. I don't know why.
I know, but listen, Sabrina.
Yeah?
All right, you realize that I've established myself as a genius, and I think a lot of the intelligent listeners also see me in that light. I'm telling you I know everything, goddammit.
Okay.
And I'm going to predict your future. You are going to have a very difficult time without counseling because of all the things that you've been through. I know how angry you are. And let me tell you something, because I can identify with this to a certain degree. When you're angry and you have beefs with parents and family, and you feel like you got the short end of the stick and whatnot, you don't want to deal with it. It's just more comfortable just to be pissed off.
Well, that's where you want to be, of course.
Matter of fact,
if there's someplace more comfortable to be, you'd be there.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Confronting it, dealing with it, and getting past it is
ungratifying.
Not only is it ungratifying, you're letting those off the hook.
That's right.
In a way. I mean,
you're no longer gratified by the need to be angry at them.
Right, and they probably deserve more than, I mean...
Yeah, but it's destroying you.
Here they are, they're, getting high and skipping out on you and letting people molest you and neglecting you and so on and so forth, essentially being horrible parents. Now, it's incumbent upon you to go seek therapy, to go straighten this stuff out, and then you come to terms with it, and then you sort of forgive them, and it's not nearly as gratifying. It's just sort of... having a fire burn in your belly toward them. The problem is it's your belly that the fire is burning in,
That's right.
and it ends up ruining your life. So the joke is sort of on you. You might be angry, and you may not forgive them or let them off the hook, but ultimately it ends up just screwing up your life. You'll be pregnant by 16. You'll be horrible relationships.
She'll get some drug
You'll
addicts.
get hooked up with some abusive guy, and then it'll all be sort of paying mom and dad back. So you got to do the therapy. I hate to say it, Sabrina, but you have to. That's it. Okay, we're going to take a break. And Drew's going to turn the air back on in here, because if I fart in this kind of environment, Drew, we may go up. You understand? This is not hospitable.
It's flammable.
Yeah, it's like living in the rainforest. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spritzing.
we'll be back.
This is Loveline.
Loveline will be right back.
This is Loveline. It's Loveline. Stay tuned for more after these on WBCN Boston. Just let me...
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Forget about that phone number. All right, where are we here, Drew?
Talking to Gwen.
The cast of American Pie will be in here tomorrow night. Gwen,
Hi.
you're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on?
My best friend, she announced to me and all of our friends that she was bisexual, and sort of by association, I've been dubbed that too. And I haven't spoken to her about it, and it's not a good thing for me.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it per se. I just have a problem with others thinking that that's what I am.
Why?
Because it's not true.
And why did she consider it so important to announce this?
I have no idea. We haven't discussed it, and
Has she had sex with both males and females?
yes.
Did she announce it, or did you hear from her attorney?
It was
Her
like
publicist.
she was in class, and I wasn't even there. I was sick or something, and she was in class, and they were talking about a couple of lesbians who wanted to go to the prom, and the school had a problem with it, and she, announced it that way. She just made the statement.
Uh-huh.
That's a reasonable time to come up with it.
She's
All right.
bisexual. And is she your best friend?
Yes.
And did you know she was bisexual?
No, I had no idea. I was so shocked. I didn't even hear it from her.
Wow. Aren't you a little bummed out that she wasn't attracted to you?
No,
Seriously?
no,
I'd be a little upset.
no.
Okay. All right, and she's still the same person?
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you just keep being friends with her?
Although we would expect, Gwen, that this friend is a little bit of a handful.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because being overtly bisexual, announcing bisexuality at that age is usually more of a sign of other things than really sexual orientation.
Is she a little chaotic?
Yeah, she is.
I'm imagining black with black fingernail polish.
She used to be gothic.
Okay, so there you go.
Well, there you go, Drew. All right, Gwen. Why are you best friends with her? She sounds like a pain in the ass.
I don't know. I've known her, like, forever, and she,
What happened to her growing up? She told you about that yet?
when she was really young, I don't know how old, but she was molested by her uncle.
Okay.
Hold on, I got to scrape Drew up off the floor.
Shocking.
Can you imagine a bisexual molested?
Had nothing to do with it.
I know, it's all her own decision. I know. We all make our own decision. That's right.
That's weird. We're
right.
so pathetic.
I know, but
As a
listen,
society,
I have
we are
never.
pathetic.
We are. I don't know any 16-year-olds who announced they're bisexual to their 10th grade class who weren't felt up.
Yeah.
I really don't. And listen, those of you who are truly bisexuals that weren't felt up, you are pioneers in the bisexuality field.
Well, but
You really are.
usually what they are at that age is quietly sort of...
Confused.
Yeah, quietly sort of trying to sort things out. And at 22, they might be able to tell their friends, gee, I've decided this is what's really going on with me.
Right.
But to dress in a trench coat
Gwen,
and then announce it to the class.
Gwen, I'm telling you, this girl's chaotic. She's a pain in the ass.
Okay.
I'm sorry for what happened to her. I don't want us to abandon people who have had difficult things happen to them. On the other hand, I don't want to encourage their acting out either. I don't mind them being ostracized. I don't mind it.
No.
Just
if they act out.
Take the goddamn black nail polish off and get in line. That's going to be my motto. That's what I'm going to run on when I'm running. What am I running for?
Anything.
Dictator?
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, Gwen, you sound okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she sounds like she's got a lot of acting out to do before she's done. And you may get caught up in that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all right. You don't have to announce to her, listen, everybody, you don't have to make formal declarations in front of friends. I've never had a friend that I've lost touch with that I've actually had a sit-down discussion about losing touch with them. It's just you do it. It just happens. Think about all those people you're seeing all the time a few years ago and you haven't seen in a few years. Did you sit down and explain to them why or what the next few years was going to be like? No, just start backing off a little. Just start reeling it in. And then they just sort of go away.
It's hard when you're in the same high school and stuff, though.
Yeah, it is. But you can still do it. Yeah. It was done in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron?
Hi.
You're 18. What's going on?
I just wanted to thank you guys for being both entertaining and educational. I've listened for a long time.
Thanks.
Great.
My question's for you, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know if I get my nipple pierced, will that affect my ability to breastfeed later in life, provided I take the piercing out and all that?
My understanding is that it does not.
It doesn't.
However, you need to know that breastfeeding is already a difficult and sort of awkward process, and it's hard for me to imagine that it makes that easier, and it might make it more difficult.
Right.
So it doesn't preclude it, and it doesn't harm anything. And some people, they have the temerity to claim it makes things better, but I have a real difficult time believing that.
You mean the breastfeeding or the sex?
More holes, the breastfeeding.
No. Yeah, they've irrigated their breasts.
But we've talked to a lot of people who claim it certainly doesn't make things worse.
Hey, Aaron?
Yes.
I don't want to sound too old-fashioned, but I don't think that's a turn-on for guys. I don't want to speak for all... Well, no, I'll speak for most guys. It really isn't a turn-on as a guy. I know a lot of guys. And
I'm actually involved in a relationship right now. And
with a guy?
Yes, for a guy.
And he's...
and why do you want to do this?
We wanted to do it together.
It's going to turn him on?
Well, he has one already, and he wants to get the other one done.
Oh, we worry about him now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, imagine what that kid's going to look like.
No.
All right.
He's a good guy.
All right, he's good. Does he work at a video store?
No, he has a good career.
He has a...
He's in the music industry, and he's producing his own songs and producing television shows, and he's doing well for himself.
All right. Okay. All right, well, happy Pearson. But believe me, there'll be a time, and that time will be upon you pretty soon where you'll just look at yourself as an idiot for doing it.
So I'll take it out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, she sounded pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I never had that whole piercing tat thing, the whole thing. I just never...
We missed it.
Did we miss it?
Yeah.
The guys had tattoos.
You would have had that. If you had your anger at 16 3 years ago, you'd have something.
No, listen. I went right through the whole punk movement without making a move. You don't think there was punks? Come on, all that whole Sex Pistol and all that whole stuff?
Yeah.
It was all punk stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, that was going down right when I was in high school.
That's like saying that you would have gone goth now or something. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have been outside the box so far. But there's a lot of mainstream sort of acting out going on about aggression right now. That's where it goes.
All right, here's my point. I never got involved with anything.
All right. Well,
jackass.
Nothing.
Huh?
All right. Well, you did. Come on, think of the crap you guys used to do. That's all part of that.
It was fun. What are you talking about?
Spewing stuff out of your rear and all that stuff.
Listen, I've explained... let me explain that one more time to you, Drew. Mr. Freud over here, who believes there's some sort of...
meaning.
Fun-loving atheists, you might call them.
Fun-loving.
And a lot of the fun, and you went to the Little Lord Fauntleroy School for Albino Hemophiliacs, but I grew up in North Hollywood, and we didn't have anything to do other than to beat the crap out of each other constantly.
Yes.
And that's all we did.
Yes.
Just beat the crap out of one another.
Right.
And the more humiliating and painful it could be for one person, the better the group felt. I mean, we've taken guys out in the middle of the girls' softball field, taking their pants off and underwear, left them naked, and then lit their underwear on fire. Lit the underwear on fire. In front of them. Them naked, we're lighting the underwear on fire. So, here's how it went. If spitting on a guy was a 2 or 3, and peeing on a guy was a solid 6.5, 7, then hitting him with some crap, that was a good 9. You understand the thinking there?
I'm afraid to ask. What was a 10?
The crap was probably a 10, I'd say.
All right.
I guess.
Depends how where you administer it and how.
Right.
I see.
There you go. Tristan?
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, my boyfriend likes really rough sex. And he doesn't ever do any foreplay or anything to get me going. He just likes it really rough.
Mm.
And I don't know how to get him to slow down or be soft and gentle.
All right.
Yeah.
We need to take a
It's
break.
like nothing else turns him on.
Hold on a
Okay.
second, Tristan.
All right.
Really hard,
All right.
rough
Hold on.
sex.
All right, I'm getting excited. Now, slow down. Okay, we're going to take a break.
All right.
I'm going to masturbate.
Okay.
And so is Drew. He's going to help me. He's going to hold the magazine and the towel. So just hang on.
Have fun, guys.
Hang on. All right, we'll see if we can get this done. We may be a little late because I got to focus.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back. We'll get to Tristan's rough sex. Thank you, Drew. After this. Nate. All righty. It is the Loveline. The American Pie folks will be in here tomorrow night. The actor and actress from American Pie will be in here. The stars of American Pie, which is really being touted as quite a comedy. So I'm going to go see that tomorrow. Tristan?
Yeah.
All right. So you're 23. Your boyfriend likes rough sex, and
Right.
he doesn't warm you up at all. He just jumps
No.
right on you.
Does not warm me up whatsoever.
And you have not mentioned this to him?
Well, yeah, I have, and he he thinks like kissing and for like a couple minutes does it for me, and
That
it does.
seems excessive, doesn't it?
It's a little bit
Couple
too
of
long.
minutes.
Yeah.
He just
quite a
he'll
commitment.
start like biting my neck and
Yeah.
like pinching my nipples, and
All right. But you're kind of going, ooh, tiger. Right?
well, yeah, but then it gets worse.
I know, but the point is he is under the impression that you're into it because you're a little subservient, which is good, don't get me wrong. And so he keeps going with it.
Right.
You're sending him a mixed message, which is, hey, okay, put it this way.
You're rewarding his behavior, too.
Okay, let me give another one of my analogies.
Okay.
Let's say you're getting a rub down.
Uh-huh.
You're at the masseuse, and the masseuse is giving you a rub down. If you're lying there going, oh, I feel so
Or
good.
if he goes,
oh.
tell me if anything feels uncomfortable.
And you
don't.
You don't say anything, forget it. He's going to just keep going with what he's going. But if you go, oh, hey, slow down there. Ow, that one hurt. He's going to back off.
Right.
Or is that not the case?
Well, it's like I have tried to like push him off me or push him away.
But if you hit him with the phone,
No.
Yeah, but why wait till you feeling aggressive and angry? Why not
push him off.
Yeah,
you.
why don't you give him more firm but what would I say, acceptable clues along the way?
Or do you guys just suggest I sit down and talk to him?
Well,
That's not
I
what we're
just
saying.
mean before it gets to the point where he's on top of you and you're having to push him off of you, why don't you sort of, be subtle with him and kind of guide him? And when he starts to get a little out of hand, tell him to slow down and, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Right.
things like, I don't like that. I like this.
Yeah, about a little more of this, a little less of that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just afraid that he's going to, he'll listen to me and everything and take it all in, but I'm just afraid that, by when I started like pushing him off me and doing that kind of stuff, he slowly, like 10 minutes later, it starts getting rough again. It's like he hears me and stuff, but it just goes back to the old way.
Now that is a dirty little bastard.
Well, you're going to have to lay the law down with this guy, and maybe he ain't the right guy for you.
Right.
How old is he?
26.
Yeah. What's his problem?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling you guys.
What's he do for a living? Construction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to stay away from the construction guys.
Yes. I smell construction. Yeah. I smell creosote and sawdust on this guy. Yeah, I know construction. This guy's a dirtbag.
So you're saying I should just dump him?
I don't think you guys are simpatico. Do you, Drew?
Why?
Well, he's, she is kind of, trying to lay it out for him a little bit, and he ain't picking it up. He's got a strong agenda.
Right.
And she doesn't feel like she can tell him.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't even like the guy that much.
Yeah.
He just got a nice tan from working with his shirt off.
The winter, I'll have to dump him.
That's right. All right, Tristan. Oh, boy. I didn't want to get into that can of worms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
Michael?
Yes.
You're 21?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I got a crush on this stripper, and I asked her out once, and she said it's a company policy that they can't go out.
Right.
So I was wondering,
Unless you're an Arab Coke dealer.
Right.
Right.
So I was wondering how I can hook
No, it's
up.
actually in the policy. Unless you're an Arab Coke, it's at the bottom. But if you read the policy, the company policy, I like company policies. It's like you're shaking your ass, stuffing dollar bills in your crotch, and shooting ping pong balls out of your hooch. They got a strict company policy over there. I like that. Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, I don't know, I got a big crush on her, and go get lap dances.
Forget it. I can hear it in your voice.
Really?
She's going to chew you up and spit you out.
Okay.
It ain't going to happen, Michael.
All right.
You're living in fantasy land.
Yeah, because I don't know, she's a wild girl, and, I kind of like wild girls, but...
I know. Let me tell you something about strippers in general, guys, except for me. They actually do look at me, that's different. But all the rest, that's right, even when I wasn't. All the rest of you guys, you know those paintings that look like their eyes are following you?
Yes.
Those like goofy paintings?
Yeah.
I think they have it at the haunted house at Disneyland.
Yes.
Now, every guy who walks past it, if you're 3 feet apart and there's 20 of you, we'll all say that painting was looking right at me the whole time I walked by. Strippers can do that from stage.
Yeah, that's how they get money. They get reinforced for that.
They make 28 guys who are sitting around the stage all think that they're looking, even when their head is between their legs. Guys will go, "You see that?" It's like, you are staring at her asshole. She's looking at me. She's looking at me with her asshole, and she's thinking about me, and she's channeling through her anus. It's like, that's how they make the money. That is their job. Michael, can you hear it in Michael's voice, though, Drew? Yeah. I mean, this is fantasy.
Yeah, but Michael needs to have a real relationship. I mean, this is really not good for him.
Yeah. You can't find yourself a non-stripper.
Well, I'm going to try to, I guess.
Yeah. Listen, you sound like you have some serial killing potential in you.
Me?
You all right? You like girls?
Yeah, I do.
You don't want to, collect their ears or anything on a necklace?
No, not at all.
No, all right. Well, just go find yourself a regular gal. You'll be happier in the long run.
All right.
You're spending too much time at the strip bar.
Yeah. Okay, get back to reality.
All right.
All right, Michael.
Thanks.
Take care.
See what your stripper stories do? These guys, these ideas.
Gives them false hope.
Well, that's a good thing. Go do that.
Well, you could just hear it in his voice. There's no, Michael going up. Hey, Candy. No way. Let me tell you, you got to be in a rock band, or you got to look like you're in a rock band. All those strippers, they only date guys that are in bands, or guys who look like they're in bands, or guys who look like they may form a band. That's what you got to look like. Keith?
Hey.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hold on.
No, I said, what's going on?
Sorry. First I want to say, anybody who calls up with a bogus question, you guys should be hung by the nuts. And you guys are really good people for doing what you do.
Thank you. Hey, let me tell you a quick stripper story, Keith. When I was in New York a few months ago, I went over to the strip bar there, and I was sitting out there, and this really good-looking one who was high on coke and meth and really effed up.
She was staring at you through her asshole?
No. No, the other ones were, but she wasn't.
Keith is 15.
Keith, please, with that kind of language. She came right up to me, and she said,
lick my butt.
She said,
stop the drops.
Are you Adam Sandler?
Oh.
And I said, no, I'm not Adam Sandler. But my name is Adam. And she went, because I recognize you. You're Adam Sandler.
Oh.
And I said, no, I'm not Adam Sandler, but my name is Adam, and you may recognize me, but I'm not. You're not Adam Sandler? Because I've seen you. And we kept going. I went around, and then I bought her grapefruit juice, which is like $40. Don't ever buy juice at a strip club. Some like strip will sit on your knee and go, can you buy me a Mr. Pibb? And you go, okay. Can we get her Mr. Pibb? That'd be $14. $14. It's in a 6-ounce cup. It's like in a cup the size of a beaker. Like a test tube.
Dixie cup.
And then she takes one sip on it and sets it down. I took the Mr. Pibb home. I was like, there's $13.96 worth of Mr. Pibb left in this cup. But the point is she was really high, and she kept coming back to me and kept saying, are you Adam Sandler? And other girls were coming up to me saying, hey, it's Adam. So she was still confused. I don't think she ever quite, never did quite get a handle on it.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't done with Keith.
Yeah.
So what's going on there, Keith?
Well, I think I have a sex addiction.
Yeah.
And it's causing lots and lots of problems.
Is there alcoholism in your family?
No. Well, my dad was an addict and an alcoholic when he was young.
All right. It's not people not. You either have that gene or you don't. And if your parents one of your parents has that gene, then there's a 50% probability you get that gene. I don't care if they never used alcohol. I don't care if they used 50 years ago. They have the gene.
It's not substance. It's women.
I understand. But this is what predisposes.
All right, hold
addiction.
on. Sir Goofball, listen to me. You said you think you're a sex addict. Drew said, does anyone in your family have the alcohol gene? And you said yes, and then you made sure and clarified it for Drew that you were not into substances. Right?
Yes.
I know. But Drew knows that too.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You add addictive diathesis or addictive genetics to some childhood sexual stuff. Somebody touch you or expose you to something, or
I was exposed to
porn
sex at 6 years old.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
How were you exposed to sex at 6 years old?
Cinemax.
Oh, boy.
God, this cable's fantastic. I had to watch, like, scrambled porn at 19. That's as close as I got.
There you go, how damaging that also can be, though, isn't it?
For me?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kids.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I got to go home and just blow up the TV.
All right, so what's Keith going to do? What about FA, whatever it is?
You gotta
SA?
Help.
Yeah, you got to go to You got to go to SA, Keith. Or
Can you go to SA?
My parents wouldn't let me.
What do you mean they wouldn't let you?
No, they right now are making me sell everything I own.
What do you mean sell everything you own?
They are making me literally sell everything. They don't want me to have anything but a bed and a study book.
What are you selling? Your bongs and pornography?
No, I mean everything. The furniture, right down to the furniture, everything I own.
Why?
As punishment because I had a relationship with my step-cousin.
Oh, I see.
I didn't even have sex with her, but they got really bad about it.
All right. Keith, oh boy, what can Keith do? I mean, it's going to be a tough sell with the parents. But your dad was an addict, right?
Yeah, but he's a big religious freak now.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, it's better that they're addicts, really. I mean, better have a dad who's just high and locks himself in this room than one that's goose stepping around the house thumping the Bible. Oh boy, Keith. Okay, listen. You're going to have to be your own keeper here, then.
Yeah, talk to the clergy at his church. Maybe they'll get you into SA.
That ain't going to work.
He's a southern.
Listen, Keith. You understand what's going on.
Yes.
Control yourself, brother. I don't know what else to say. Control it. That's it. Control it. I don't know. Can I say that?
That's not addiction, then.
All right. Well,
addiction is about not being able to control.
All right. Well, then go to SA. You can go to SA means you don't need your parents.
No.
Open the phone book.
Yeah.
Call SA.
Call AA, and they'll refer you to an SA near you.
Right. All right. We'll be back.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back. This is Love. Let's continue. This is Loveline. Let's continue. Loveline is pre-recorded. If you would like to participate in tomorrow night's program, call between the hours of 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax your question to 310-854-4455. Or email Loveline at loveline@earthlink.net. Now, here are Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew Pinsky. This is Loveline on WBCN.
Hey, it's Loveline. That is about it. All right, tomorrow night, that is it. Tomorrow night, the folks from American Pie will be in here. And until next time, it's Adam Kroll for Dr. Drew saying mahala.
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment.
Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle.
Now, please listen to this station longer.
Love.